What is up, my little Geminis? I love my Geminis, my fellow air signs. How are you guys? I hope you guys are doing good. So if you're new to my channel, my name is Tawny Michelle. Welcome. Today we are going to be doing your December 2018 horoscope for Gemini. And also, thanks to all of you so freaking much that have booked readings with me and got readings done with me. I really appreciate it. It's been helping me out just knowing that I'm helping you guys, and I really appreciate it. If you are interested in a birth chart reading, all the information is in the description below, so make sure you check that out. Also, it is really good to watch these horoscope videos at the end of the month, like going back and watching November's Gemini horoscope video right now will give you a lot of clarity on things that have happened in the last month. I also talk about aspects going on into 2019 in those videos and give you guys a sneak peek into 2019. So a lot of information is going on in those videos, so make sure you check them out if you haven't already. Make sure you're checking out your rising and moon sign horoscopes as well. And yeah, also I'm going to be doing tarot card readings. I was going to include them at the end of these videos, and actually all the videos I had filmed up until this point I had been saying that there was going to be a tarot card reading at the end of the video, which I'm going to have to fix. But I decided to do it in separate videos. That way you guys will have not only a horoscope video for your sign, but then a tarot card reading video for your sign. That is pretty much it. Grab a snack, get comfy, and let's get into your horoscope, Gemini. So the very beginning of December starts with Venus leaving your 5th house, Gemini, of fun, childhood, projects, creativity, friends, love, anything that is fun pretty much. So that is your 5th house, and your 5th house is Libra. So Venus is leaving Libra and moving into Scorpio, which is your 6th house, Gemini, and your 6th house is about health, daily routine, work, structure, things like that. With Venus being in your 6th house, I think it's going to bring up a lot of projects. I think it's going to bring up new relationships and new opportunities when it comes to your work life. I think you're going to be feeling very creative to do with projects, to do with work, and things like that. I think this could also increase your potential in work. This could really bring some good opportunities for you, Gemini. But the thing with Venus and Scorpio is there's also kind of a negative side to it. This can also be jealousy, lies, and things like that, because Scorpio does rule those things. Each sign rules positive and negative things, and those are some of the things that Scorpio rules. So I feel like, there could be some deception going on in the workplace. There could be a sense of jealousy or maybe even a little bit of competition. Mercury is going to be retrograding back into Scorpio and then going forward again in Scorpio for the first half of December. So this could also bring up some communication, some rumors being told, things like that. But then it goes into Sag the second half of December, which is your 7th house of relationships. So there could be a lot of thinking going on with relationships towards the end of December. There could be a lot of communication happening within relationships. So overall, I think this is going to be, Venus is going to be in Scorpio, your 6th house, until the end of January. So overall, I think this is going to be a good thing for you, Gemini. I don't think it's going to be a bad thing, but you do need to watch out for some of the negative aspects going on as well. So then on December 7th, we're going to have a full moon in Sagittarius, which, like I said, is your 7th house of relationships. So what does this mean for you? So this may bring up some emotions for you to do with your relationships, some emotions that you feel like almost like an urge or an impulse to act on. But make sure that you're really thinking things through, Gemini, because I for some reason, this is kind of like intuitive right now, but I feel like you may feel like just because it has to do with your 6th house, like it has, like you're having a lot going on in your 6th and your 7th, I feel like you might this might have something to do with work in your relationships. Like maybe your partner feels like you work too much or you're spending too much time on projects. Maybe it could be like financial stuff. Maybe your partner might be jealous of someone at work, or maybe you might be jealous of someone they work with or something like that. Something to do with work and relationships. I feel like there could be like a little bit of struggle going on here. But I feel like with this new moon in Sag, I feel like, you know, you might get to a point where you get really aggravated and you're kind of only seeing things from your point of view. I feel like a key to this new moon coming in Sag for you, Gemini, is going to be really trying to put yourself in, you know, your partner's shoes or your friend's shoes or anybody that you have, you know, a bond with, a kind of relationship with, and just really trying to put yourself in other people's shoes and see things from their point of view. Like, are you maybe working a little bit too much, coming home and not really spending time with them or ignoring them? Things like that. Now, it might not be like that for all of you. It could be something else to do with relationships and maybe something else to do with work. But I don't know, that was just kind of like an example I thought of or something that was coming up in my mind just then. There might be a sense to this too where you might not know everything. Like you might not know the full story behind things that are going on that you're struggling with, or things that are going on in your personal life that, or even your work life, that are not making sense or that are irritating you, Gemini. I feel like this might be, you might just not know everything. There might be things kind of hidden from you with this being in Scorpio. Like there is an aspect of like hidden deep things that, you know, we don't know, and I feel like those are going to come to light eventually. But you know, for now, just know that there might be other things that you're not seeing correctly or you're not understanding correctly, or that you don't realize yet that are going on with these types of things. And to really just, like, as much as you can, try to give people the benefit of the doubt, put yourself in their shoes. Your emotions might be a little bit too all over the place, and you might just need to like ground a little bit and, you know, come back to center a little bit. With this full moon coming in Sag, or with this new moon coming in Sag, you know, your emotions might be a little bit confused or all over the place or foggy. So you might be a little bit overwhelmed emotionally around this time. So really just give yourself a break, try to relax, try to like look at things from all sides, where you're like looking at it from an outside perspective if you can. And just remember that, you know, like, you're not the only person in your own world. Like there are other people in your world that have lives too, and they have feelings too, you know what I mean? Like, because this may bring up like some extreme intense emotions of like, this may bring up some like emotions of like, you know, you, like it's all about you. But like, just remember, like, these people are feeling things too. So just try to keep that in mind, Gemini. So then on December 22nd, Mercury moves back into Sagittarius, which, like I said, is your 7th house of relationships. So, and then on that same day, actually, we're having a full moon. It's going to be very powerful. Plus, it's in its home sign of Cancer. So there's going to be a lot of intense emotions, visions, possibly insight, clarity coming up around this time. And with Mercury here as well, you know, things could be coming out or coming to light through communication. And with it being in your relationship house, this is definitely going to have to do with learning things about relationships and things like that. It's probably definitely going to be about relationships with you. It could be about past relationships, new relationships, current relationships. Not just with like partners. I feel like it's gonna mainly be about that, but it could also be about you know, just relationships with friends, family, things like that. So the full moon in Cancer, though, is going to be in your 2nd house, while Mercury is in your relationship house. So once again, like, your 2nd house has to do with like money and manifesting things, projects, things like that. So I think that this is gonna be putting you off to a pretty good start in 2019 when it comes to money, manifesting, and things like that. Like a balancing game between money and relationships, I feel like, for you towards the end of this month. And that's gonna kind of be like the key. But the best time, I think, to really communicate with your relationships with your partners, Gemini, about like the different, you know, work that you might have going on, because you're going to have a lot of things to do with money in your work life coming up, and you're gonna like it, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's gonna be bad. Like, I don't think you're gonna be like, oh my god, I gotta work, you know what I mean? I think you're gonna like, you have a lot of new opportunities coming in, a lot of like expansion coming in. And Jupiter, remember, like we talked about last month, is in your relationship house as well, expanding things. Now, you know, this is Jupiter is also like a teacher, a guru. So it's also teaching you things to do with your relationship. So, you know, I think that going into December, you already kind of know that, you know, things are about to take off. There's about to be new opportunities. You might have a sense, or things might already be kind of unfolding up until this point. So I think like the first few days of December, it's really good. It's like the best time for you to sit down and really communicate these things with your partners or loved ones or whatever, and let them know, you know, hey, I'm about to have a lot going on right now, and I'm gonna be really busy. If I'm working and I come home and I sleep, it's just because I'm exhausted, but I'm just feeling really creative. I'm feeling really inspired, you know, when it comes to my job, and I have all these new opportunities coming, or I have this new opportunity, and it's not that I don't love you or I'm not paying attention to you. It's just like, I just have like this creative energy in me, so don't think that. So I think like the first few days of the month, Gemini, it's really good to sit down and communicate whatever you have to communicate that's going on with you, with the people in your life. And that is pretty much it for your horoscope, Gemini. Keep a lookout for your reading coming up within the next few days, your tarot card reading that I'm going to start doing. That way you guys have more videos rather than, you know what I mean, one video a month. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Leave a comment down below. Let me know if any of this has resonated with you yet. I mean, this is upcoming things, but still some stuff might already kind of be unraveling. You might have stuff already going on. So yeah, let me know down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the tarot card reading video.